And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. We got a good one lined up for you. We've got massive stuff getting set up. You know, we're seeing Swift working with Ripple and XRP. Truly amazing. You know, it makes you wonder, why aren't they working with Bitcoin or Ethereum? Look, I've said all along, I don't know how the road goes, but I know in the end, it can't be Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's not going to happen. A lot of this stuff, like, you got time now. You got time to watch Crypto Hulk. We got time to look at different cryptos. We got time to buy them. You can take loans and stuff. And some of you guys are calling me up finally. Some of you are calling me up, and your portfolio is all kinds of fucked up. We have to unfuck your portfolios. I'm not getting into specifics, but I'm glad some of you are calling. Some of you have no idea how to trade, and then you finally call me after losing like a lot of money. And I'm just like, oh my God. Then I tell you things that are going to help. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe I was doing that. And I'm just like, wow. We got somebody telling us here that IoT, the IoT AI dumped to 77% the other night. I was like, well, balls to that, but it made up some ground again. So yeah, IoT was a crypto we went over. What day does somebody know what day we went over IoT? I know it was like 2 weeks ago, or I'd like somebody to look that up. Some of you probably know when we got IoT and the show was. But let me see in here. So right now is a perfect time to get crypto. That's what I did. If some of you want to know what cryptos I got when I got my crypto allowance, give me a text and I'll let you know. Or if you wanted to discuss your portfolio, some of you guys, your portfolios got like an F, like an A, B, C, D, and F, and F. And you're fixing them and you're going to make them probably like A. So right now is a good time. If you got some downtime, shoot Crypto Hulk a text. We can have a phone consultation. If you're brand new at investing, not that I know how, but we need to go over how you're investing, because a lot of these cryptos and stuff that we'll go over, like, you just don't pump dump it, and then because they go up back after that, you just lost money. So you're doing stuff completely wrong. I'm not going to discuss strategies and stuff here. You can call me for that. But it's very important you get stuff squared away now. Things are kind of slow. Crypto's cheap. Perfect time to start buying before they go back up again. And it's also a great time for me to help you look at your portfolio and get it straightened out. Because some of you have some very bad stuff going on as far as how do you invest, number one, and what are you buying, and this and that. And it was an absolute mess for some people. I've probably talked to 5 people in the past 2 days. So some people, like, especially if you're brand new, then you need to get a hold of me. You're not going to bug me. If I got time, today I was able to squeeze in about 4 people. 2 of them from 7 to 8 a.m. They needed about a half hour apiece. Then somebody else in the afternoon, that made 3. And then another one at about 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. So that was about 4 people that we had phone calls today. Look, there's different things we can discuss that's going to definitely help you. It's not just having a pump dump. There's way more to the channel than that. There's legal stuff, strategy stuff, all kinds of things to discuss and get prepared for it. You don't want to wait till later, okay? So shoot me a text. Let me know if you have some time, because I want to try to get you ready. I'm glad these people contacted me because they were on the wrong fucking path. So I talked to somebody else last night, I believe it was, and getting you set up, because some of you guys are in a big fucking mess. And you had to talk to me, and I had to look at what you're buying, how you're buying it, which ones, and this and that. And we had to unfuck some people, okay? But now those people are on the right path. They're probably going to give me a call in another 2 weeks. Let me know how they're doing. But that's what it's for. You have access to texting me or calling me and making sure you're doing the right thing. So first 5 people: Gordon Logan, Brian Carasone, Christoph, TK, Crypto Greek, and 552 Man. All righty. Let me take a quick look here. Conflux. What you can do with the Conflux, I gave you the CoinGecko page. I'm pretty sure for both of those. But you can get the contract ID right there yourself. So you type in, you go to CoinGecko like I'm doing now. Conflux. There it is. CFX. It's the only one that says Conflux. CFX. Oh, Conflux, you got to buy it from them. I kind of told you guys that. There were some tokens that you had to have. They don't give you an ID, the Conflux token. You have to like go to their website. It gets tricky. There was like 4 or 5 ways you could wrap it to get it. So, but I listed some of them there. That one is better just to go to Conflux scan. I don't have their exact website here. Conflux Network is on Medium. You can buy Conflux on Binance, KuCoin, OKX, Gate.io. Let me see. Just go to like Phantoms. Take a look. Yeah, just try those websites. Binance, OKX, KuCoin, Gate.io. It looks like Clever Wallet, Atomic Wallet, Change Now. So that's on my channel, Change Now. How to buy Conflux. So just do a little internet search. So they don't have one. It's not one token ID. It's wrapped differently depending on how you want to buy it. Some people don't want Ethereum. They want something else. So do a little research on that. And you'll be able to find that one. And then ELF, we'll do the same thing. We'll go to CoinGecko and go ELF. Then you'll see the AELF. That's the one you want. You click on that. And there's their contract address there. The shit's really too easy, I'll tell you. It's not all that tough. And we got another one. Jorge, paying my September dues. Jorge, give me a call. We'll go over your wallets and stuff. I just want to make sure, because some of you guys, I've had like 5 people the past 24 hours call me, and then I had some other ones a few days before that, and some of you guys' stuff, you guys were in a train wreck. Okay, it's okay to call me. That's the fucking membership. You pay the $500 so we can go over shit. You can tell me all the cryptos you got, your how you're buying them, your method when you buy crypto. I got to hear all this stuff to make sure you're not doing something that's fucked up. Then we can discuss other things I don't want to discuss here about legal stuff and so forth. Oh, Mike Gilbert got his off of Caleb and Brown. Oh, yeah, conflict. That's what it was. Somebody said they had conflicts on Caleb Brown. I said, go there and get it. So I wouldn't use a wallet address because Caleb Brown, you don't need it. He's going there and buy it. So make sure you remember Caleb Brown, get it there. A lot of these cryptos that you guys have, I'm going to tell you what, check to see if Caleb Brown has them and then send them to that wallet there. That's the safest place. But let me get on with the show. Conflux. Okay. Mike Gilbert says, I stick with Caleb Brown. All right, let's go. Oh, man. Okay, you remember how, like, for the past couple years now, I keep telling you about Thunes. Thunes, Thunes. Nobody else has talked about that. That's how it goes on the Crypto Hulk Show. You're always a couple years in advance. Look at this article right here. It's beautiful. I'm telling you what. I think Bitcoin and these Ethereums and shit are dropping because you got stuff like this going on. Today's show, I'm not in a rush. If I go over one article, it might take the whole show. This is what's up. A year ago, 2 years ago, people were like, oh, Swift's going to get taken over. Oh, the BRICS nations are taking over. They're saying all this dumb shit, okay? The people in power are not going to give up that power. That's how this works. Ripple is not taking over anything. Ripple's going to help those people in power do it more efficiently. That's what it is. It's going to help us become slaves. That's what Ripple's doing with Stellar and XDC. All right. Let's get started here on a bank and a relationship that I've been telling you about for almost 2 years now. The company's called Thunes, Thunes. I've been telling you for years that they're Ripple partner. They're hooked up with Swift. They got wallets. They're moving money all around. Swift's already incorporated Ripple. This shit's already done. It's not Ethereum. It's not Bitcoin doing this. That's why these prices of a lot of these cryptos on the market, they realize, oh, shit, Swift is working with Ripple now. Yes. So the Bitcoin dumps, which causes everything else to dump, because these dump shits at the top that have Bitcoin, they have no fucking idea about life. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. 24/7, I'm high as fuck on cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, roofies, mescaline, anything you could name. I inject it, smoke it, shoot it up my butt, whatever I got to do. Just like that, okay? Mr. OG's like, hi on Angel Dust. Got the information from a space monkey returning from space and paid monkey in bananas. The rookie numbers. Oh, shit. Let me concentrate. You guys are distracting me. All right. So we got two. I want to show you today that we've been right all along on this channel. You know, you guys are ahead. I show you different cryptos that got zeros in front of them, 2, 3, 4 zeros and stuff. Look, these are not like pump dump cryptos. These are ones that you want to, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, you can't buy all these things. Please don't do that. Some of you guys are doing that. Don't do that. Pick the ones that you really, 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 really think are going to be good. And then just keep like 10 or 15 of them. Max, absolute max, 10 or something like that, right? Don't start getting 50, 60, 70. I talked to some the other day, like 72 cryptos. I'm like, no. Like, what are you doing? Buying everything I tell you? Like, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. You got, okay, so here's what's going on in the world. Thunes and Ripple expand global partnership to transform. They're going to transform cross-border payments. This article is dated today, September 2nd. This news is happening right before we speak. I got some of you guys calling me up. Crypto Hulk, why are a lot of these crypto prices dumping? And I said, because there's a lot of stupid people that buy into crypto that don't know what they're buying into. That's why they're supposed to watch my channel. I explain all this shit. I told the guy on the phone we were talking to, I got like 18 cryptos. I started off at Caleb Brown with, I don't have my list in front of me. It was like HBAR and XDC and Flare. I had like 3. I was kind of holding steady. I only need these 3 because I got it's a little bit of Ripple on a hardware wallet and some VeChain and shit. And then I got my software wallets on my phone and stuff. And then how did I come up with 20 cryptos on Caleb Brown? It's from you guys. And I was telling one of the $500 members that, and he was laughing. But I said, no, that's how I pick them. Like, actually, you guys had me, and maybe today after the show, not during the show because I'm not answering, but after the show, if you want to give me like 5 or 7 cryptos, I'll go study that shit and see if any of them are decent. You guys ought to probably buy, you know? But that's what I was doing starting about 3 months ago, maybe 4 or somewhere in there. I can't remember now, but you guys, I'd give you a list. I'd say, hey, give me like 5 cryptos, 6 cryptos or something. I'd write them down and look them up. I'm like, son of a bitch, that's a good one. So I'd start adding them to my collection. That's how I got 20. And then I really started, you tell me the crypto, I want to report back to you. If it's a good one, I really have to examine that shit before I tell you if I like it, why do I like it, and all the connections to it. So by having suggestions from you, and that's how I got with Caleb Brown. Same fucking way. I had you guys check on Caleb Brown, see if you like it. And if you do, then I'll be an affiliate. Same with this crypto. I didn't get 20 cryptos on my own. You guys picked them out. I looked at them, studied them, sent it to one of my friends, a couple of my friends who were like techies, tech nerds. And they got back to me and said, yeah, those look pretty good. You put them on your show. So that's what I did. Then I ended up buying them when I got my crypto allowance each month. I started buying them up. So that's how I come up with a lot of the stuff on my program. Now, this news here is coming out of San Francisco. Thunes, you got THUNES. Now, that's a Singapore company. It started in Singapore, and that's Ripple Singapore. Let me just pull this up real quick. Let's look. Well, that's an actual show. Okay, I got to find the short version. Crypto Hulk Singapore. Is that okay? That's a short video. Okay, I can find it. Let me look this up. Okay, here we go. Go to the 2-minute, 42-second mark. Stephen Morris, I collect my crypto like Pokemon, right? Meow. Okay, check it out. So there's the video. Go to the 2-minute, 42-second mark. The title of this video is Exposed. Amazon, Ripple, XRP, China, and Singapore secretly hook up African crypto for spring 2025. I made this video 8 months ago. Go to the 2-minute, 42-second mark. What do you see? Ripple Singapore. Look, everybody, I'm just letting you know. These other channels, they have no idea. All right? So you're not going to hear this any other place except Crypto Hulk. So now we know there's a Ripple logo, and it says Ripple Singapore. Tell me the Singapore government's not involved in this. The Singapore government's not involved in this. All right. So now we know Thunes, Singapore company. Why is that important? Ripple Singapore 2013. Let's continue. So Thunes, the smart superhighway to move money around the world. Now, I want you to see what's going on here. Thunes is moving money around the world. Later, I'm going to show you Thunes is a Swift partner, and they got wallets and all kinds of shit. The Ripple Singapore that I just showed you right here, they got wallets, okay? Ripple's had wallets for 10, 12 years, okay? What's going to happen is Ripple's going to announce at some point they have wallets. And all of you that have been watching Crypto Hulk Show for the past 3 years, that's when I found this out. Ripple's had wallets since 2013. They have them, they give them to their different partners and stuff. So Ripple already has a wallet. And when Ripple is taken over, the technology and shit is taken over by the government, our government will utilize a Ripple wallet. I even downloaded the Ripple wallet. I made a little video on the code. It's on my computer back in, I think, winter of 2022. I don't know what video it is, but you guys might be able to find it. Thunes, the smart superhighway to move money around the world, and Ripple, the leading provider of digital asset infrastructure for financial institutions, have announced an expanded partnership to transform cross-border payments, everybody. Building on their successful collaboration established in 2020, only 5 years ago, the partnership will improve customer payout experience, further streamline global money movement, and broaden payout reach across key markets. As demand for financial service grows, Thunes has integrated blockchain and digital asset technologies. It's Thunes has something called Direct Global Network. They claim it's their own, okay? By leveraging Thunes' proprietary means something that they invented and it's theirs. Yeah, I'm sure they build it on Ripple and Swift is involved. The two companies are driving more efficient and accessible cross-border payments for financial institutions and businesses around the world. Ripple's enterprise customers can withdraw funds more easily in new currencies and countries. Sounds like a Ripple liquidity hub being used right now before it's released to the public, huh? Maybe that's Ripple Singapore when they had the liquidity hub and they were transferring gold and silver and cryptos and money and commodities and shit like that, okay? What they're doing right here, everybody, is when I showed you that Ripple Singapore, they're putting it into use right now, that technology from 12 years ago. They're putting it into use. They're calling it like we're testing it out now. Oh, okay. Well, what the fuck were you doing 12 years ago in Singapore with that liquidity hub? Still takes you 12 years to test this shit? It doesn't take 12 years to test that shit. This shit's already been done. I've been telling you this shit in advance. I told you this stuff 3 years ago. All about Ripple Singapore and the wallets and the commodities and all that shit. You've been hearing this for 3 fucking years on this show. Ripple's enterprise customers can withdraw funds more easily into new currencies and countries, further enhancing their global payment capabilities. Thunes ensures dependable real-time payouts in local currencies. Are you hearing that? That is the liquidity hub. You get a peso and you put it out in local currencies. My. It's all being set up right in front of your eyes right here. It says the real-time payouts in local currencies through its direct global network. Oh, really? What network might that be? And it plays a role in facilitating last-mile delivery regions with limited banking infrastructure. Everybody, they just told you right now that they're at the last mile. What does this mean? The last mile is talking about banks and countries and areas with what? Limited banking infrastructure. That's what last mile means. I'm telling you what, I think we're closer than where we think we are. I really do. After reading this article, they're talking about they're setting up the last mile delivery in regions with limited banking infrastructure. Everybody, I think that's why a lot of this crypto shit's dumping, is because they're getting ready to pump the fuck out of it. That's how it always happens. Shit starts dumping and dumping and dumping because they're setting up so the whales can come in and buy all the shit for free. That's how I've seen this for 5 years, the same fucking pattern. Starts about right at the end of summer in America, and then right around December, this fucking November, December, probably December, this thing fucking takes off and goes nuts. And then it starts cooling off at around springtime, March, April or something. Same fucking times every year. The partnership will enhance, the partnership between Thunes will enhance the reach and efficiency of its network, providing business and end users with fast, secure, accessible financial services. Thunes is also utilizing Ripple payments. Oh, I'm sure that they are, to enhance its Smart X treasury system. A treasury system. We're hearing a lot about treasuries now, aren't we? Yes, we are. Ripple Payments enables fast, transparent, reliable cross-border payments and on and off ramps for banks, crypto companies, and fintechs worldwide. To date, it has near global coverage. Are you hearing me? Right now, Ripple and this Thunes company have near global coverage. I'm telling you, it's coming. Don't have to believe me. Maybe something's going to be popping off in the next 6 months or something. I don't know, but to me, it's sure looking like they're getting set up. There's 90 plus payout markets representing more than 90% coverage. Oh my God. Of the daily foreign exchange market. Foreign exchange, that's XDC right there. So they got 90% coverage now of the world, it looks like. That's pretty close. So here's somebody from Thunes saying a little something here. And there's Fiona Murray. She works at Ripple. She sure looks happy. We are committed to reshaping the future of global payments through our blockchain technology. Our partnership with Thunes accelerates our shared mission to improve efficiency and speed. Very interesting. Let's look down below at Thunes, because this is like, you're not going to see a bigger partnership than, like, this is massive. Number one, like, I've never heard of this Thunes company. Up until I started covering this, it's like you never hear this kind. It's not like MasterCard. Let's look right here. Let's look at Thunes, okay? Because this is a very interesting little company. Thunes is a smart superhighway to move money around the world. Thunes' proprietary direct global network allows members to make payments in real time to over 130 countries and more than 80 currencies. Listen to this. Thunes' network connects directly to 7 billion mobile wallets. That is so amazing. Thunes has 320 payment methods. You got Gcash, M-Pesa, which is working with Ripple and shit, MTN, which I believe is working with Ripple, Alipay, which is Chinese, which is working with Ripple from day one, 2013. They're working with WeChat. That's Chinese. They've been working with Ripple from day one. That's all I'm going to say on that article right there. Let me click out of it. Check the comments. I need some Thune in my life. I heard that. Thunes is a payment platform. Now, here's an article I've gone over a lot with Thunes. So anything Ripple related, like XLR helps Ripple. They're a bridge. So that will be something you might want to purchase at Caleb Brown. Here's the article here. Thunes enables banks. Now, see right here, they're hooked up with SWIFT. This article is October of last year. I remember going over this. Thunes enables banks to unlock mobile wallet payments via their existing SWIFT connectivity. Are you hearing me? SWIFT's already hooked up in this. It's not it's not Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum. Now, later we'll talk about this. SWIFT is hooked up with CHAINLINK. This is out of Singapore. Thunes, the smart superhighway to move money around the world, now provides banks with access to over 3 billion mobile wallets around the world via their existing SWIFT connectivity. Are you hearing me? We know that Thunes is a Ripple partner. Ripple's hooked up with Hedera and CHAINLINK. SWIFT is hooked up with CHAINLINK. And then you got Algorand mixed up with Ripple. They're a partner. And then Cosmos, the Cosmos network is hooked up with Ripple. Is anybody collaborating with Bitcoin? No. It's the biggest fucking joke on the planet. I can't believe people are dumb enough to buy that shit. I really just don't get it. Thunes' new network capability allows financial institutions connected to SWIFT to become members of the Thunes proprietary global network. I'm not going to get into the rest of this, but they have wallets and stuff, and SWIFT is all mixed up, moving money around the world with SWIFT and Ripple and all these pay companies right there. Let me click out of that article. Next, you guys have seen this one before. Africa's third largest bank is hooked up with Thunes. Thunes partners with Adirjawafa Bank, expands payment across Morocco. Thunes, a global cross-border payments company, has entered into strategic partnership with Adirjawafa Bank, one of the largest banks in Morocco and Africa. This is massive here. Remember I told you, we ain't hooked up till Africa's hooked up, all right? That's when things get serious. Ain't nothing taken off if Africa's not hooked up. This partnership with Adirjawafa Bank brings 30 million bank customers. That's pretty good. That's like 10% of the American population. Thunes is connected to Adirjawafa Bank via Ripple. Morocco is the third largest remittance receiver in Africa after Nigeria and Egypt. And of course, the Bank of Egypt, Ripple partner. And Nigeria is utilizing all this Stellar, Cardano, Ripple, all that kind of payment stuff with M-Pesa and Onafric, which used to be MFS Africa. So this is all those three cryptos. And these are the biggest banks hooking up with Ripple right in there. Let me go to the next article. Now, we're going to get into, here's a short article here. It's dealing with, I'm telling you what, SWIFT again and shit. Like this is, there's some shit going down right now, okay? Stuff that I've never seen in crypto. It's pretty exciting, actually. Something happened here. There we go. Listen to this article here. This article came out yesterday. SWIFT's Ripple trial could turn XRP into the backbone of global payments. But what about Bitcoin, Crypto Hulk? What about Ethereum, Crypto Hulk? No. SWIFT's not working with them. SWIFT's working with Ripple and Ripple partners, not Ethereum. Okay. Swift is testing Ripple's XRP. Oh, are you hearing me? And you see the funny part is the price of XRP is going down, right? That's how you know there's bullshit. I'm ready to hit the bullshit meter. Should I hit the bullshit meter? Yes or no? So I'm about to drop some truth bombs here. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Oh, snap.
That bullshit is toxic. That bullshit is toxic. That bullshit is toxic. That bullshit is toxic.
Okay, here we go. Past few days, I'm seeing Bitcoin go down. Past few days, I've been seeing Ripple dumping like the past 3 weeks. Now, here's this news. Swift is testing Ripple's XRP ledger and Hedera Hashgraph to explore faster, cheaper cross-border payments. Under the ISO 20022, XRP enables near-instant settlement with minimal fees, addressing the inefficiencies of Swift current multi-bank system. If just 1% of Swift's $150 trillion annual transaction flowed through XRP, it could create a $1.5 trillion demand for the asset. Now let's do some math, okay? Some of you guys that are good with math, do we got anybody who knows how to do math really good, like basic calculation shit like this? Who do we got in the audience that can do this? Because I need some help. Mike Gilbert says, not me. I have a cell phone calculator. I take it we don't have any math people in the show. Mark Sinclair says 1 + 1 is 3. Mark, you're right there with me. Go for it, Hulk, said Stu Lavelle. Okay. Not a big deal, but Swift just announced yesterday they're testing the XRP ledger. That's not a big deal, okay? The Bitcoin, this is why the Bitcoin max, I mean, this is why I think Bitcoin is having a hard time right now, because let me tell you something. When this news hit yesterday, wasn't it about 5 days ago that Bitcoin started to, yeah, it's about the past week or so. Bitcoin's been kind of dumping hard. Went from like 125,000 or something down to like 11,000 or over the past 5, 6, 7 days or something, right? Right. A lot of times when some really good XRP news is going to come out, they know like a week in advance. So the Bitcoin people are like, because they know it's coming. They know it's fucking coming. Swift is testing Ripple's XRP ledger with Hedera. Hello, are you hearing me? That's why I got Hedera, you guys. That's my biggest holding at Kalen Brown. Hedera. Okay, I don't know what the second one is. I bought the fuck out of Zebek the other day. Let's say I had $1,000 to put into crypto. 200 times 5. Look, Stu, I can do math. If you get, I got $1,000, let's say, I split it up into 5 parts. That's $200 per crypto. I'm not going to tell you which ones I bought. You got to give me a text or something. We can get into that, or give me a phone call. But one of them I doubled up on. It was Zebek. So if I had 5 cryptos to invest in, I took Zebek and made 2. That leaves me 3 other ones. So Zebek, I bought a double portion. Okay. Now I got a crazy amount of Zebek. I think that might be my 3rd biggest holding is Zebek now. Anyhow, let's go with the math. Go with the money. So I'm going to do the calculator myself. Now, the article suggested if Swift, 1% of Swift is on the XRP ledger. You know what? This is so amazing. If just 1% of Swift's $150 trillion annual transactions flowed, it could create $1.5 trillion in demand for XRP. So if we take how many Ripple XRP are in circulation? Is it 40 or 45 billion, or is it 50 billion? Who knows? Somebody answer the fucking question. Do it swiftly. Answer the question swiftly. Mr. OG seems to know everything. 59 billion. I don't think it's that. Oh, it could be. Let's get some other answers here. 56 billion. Okay, a couple people are saying. Okay, we're back. Looks like YT didn't like what we were talking about. Oh, man. So we were talking about my, I think we were 46 minutes into it, somewhere around there. What we were discussing was this. We went over the article. Here's the article here. Let's do a copy paste. I'm going to show you what XRP is going to be. It's going to be like at least $3,000 if it does Swift, all of Swift. So if you look at that article right there, just 1% of Swift's 150 trillion annual transactions, it would create $1.5 trillion. It would put that money on the XRP ledger. If that goes on the XRP ledger, there's a very good chance XRP would be at $24 with just 1% of Swift. If all of Swift goes on the ledger, you're probably looking at a $2,400 XRP. Okay? That's just math right there. I'm just showing you. It's not like I'm trying to hype nothing up. I'm just showing you the facts. They said right here, if just 1% of Swift's 150 trillion flowed through the XRP, it could create a 1.5 trillion in demand for the asset. Fuck it. Let's put all of Swift on Ripple. Now we got a $2,400 XRP. That's just how it's done, everybody. It's not you and me betting and who gives a fuck. Look, I don't care about the crypto prices right now. I really don't. It means nothing at all. I'm showing you real world facts right here. I'm showing you real world use case right here. No fucking rockets going off. I'm just showing you math. And I'm very horrible at it, but I'm pretty sure my numbers are good. Swift has about a quadrillion dollars. Yeah, about a quadrillion dollars. You get 1 trillion. So if you had 100 trillion bucks, that'd be 150 trillion. And you put that on the XRP ledger, you're probably going to have like a $2,000 XRP right in there. It's just how it is. When you take 150 trillion bucks and you put it on the XRP ledger, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? I'm not talking about anything crazy. Swift right now is testing the XRP ledger with Hedera. Guess what? It's going to pass. And guess what? They've already been doing this shit with Adager Alpha Bank and Thunes, and this shit works. They can say they're testing it. I already know. You and me both know what the fuck is up, okay? It's time to get some Hedera HBAR. If you don't have any XRP and you got a lot of money, you can spend $2.90 a pop. If not, get you some Axelar. That shit's what, 34 cents? If you can't afford XRP, go buy 8 Axelars instead. Just want to let you know, SWIFT, the global messaging network underpinning the world's interbank transfer, is embarking, listen to this, on live trials with the XRP, Ripple's XRP. If successful, you know it's going to be, the move could elevate XRP to a central role in global finance. You want to know why crypto's dumping? Because these motherfuckers know what's coming. this XRP is taken over. Bitcoin, people realize, oh shit, Swift, nobody, look, let me tell you, is there anybody that's using Bitcoin to send around the world? That shit is so fucking stupid. Swift sends the most money around the whole world. Why aren't they using Bitcoin Network? Because that's fucking whack, okay? Whacked out, like getting mafia whacked, like a whack job. Not a Vietnamese wax job either. The problem with Swift, for decades, Swift has been the default system for transmitting payment between banks. Not for too much longer. XRP's coming in. Look, there still is going to be probably a Swift, and it's going to run on the XRP ledger, and you and me are going to be fucking rich. I'm just telling you how it is. This isn't like fantasy football or no shit. This is just real talk. The article broke it down. It showed us. If just 1% of Swift goes on the XRP ledger, we're at $24. Let's put 100% on. Now we're at 2,400. That's not fucking unreasonable. That's totally sane and rational in my side of it. When I look at it, sure, why not? Is there any better payment system? No. To me, it just seems like, yeah, that's a possibility. It just has to happen. We all know about XRP, and there's never been an error. There's no 51% attack. It settles cheaper than any crypto on the planet. 2 to 5 seconds. Like, we can go on and on. We can literally go on and on. Can you say it about Bitcoin? Any of the shit that I said? No. What about Ethereum? No. That's why YT's turning off this fucking show, because they realize that this channel is the #1 fucking channel. That's why I'm heavily shadow banned more than any other crypto show. They don't do that with all these other ones. Just me. Been on the air 5 years, and I got, 71,000 followers? That shit's not fucking possible. Okay? Not possible. Don J says, that's actually 24,000 per coin. I don't think so. Put your math up here. Hopefully you can prove me wrong. And if so, I'm not going to be mad. I did the math, and it came out to around $2,400. I think if we were talking, you had $1 quadrillion, but I don't know. Maybe my math is wrong, but if you take 150 trillion and do all that shit, that's not going to be 24,000 for 60 million. It's not going to work. I'll do the math right now. I'll do reverse math. 60 million. 60 billion. 60 billion XRP times 24,000. And that number is 1 billion, trillion, quadrillion. You're wrong. It's not 24,000. You're wrong. I just proved it to you. All right. You're correct, sir. I need to put down the pipe. These people. Oh, you gotta love them. But hey, $2,400 is good. Now, how much? Yeah, let's move on here. Wait, how much time we got? I think we're almost up. 6 minutes. Okay. Let me check the comments. I just jumped out of an airplane. Buy, hold. What about Shiba Inu? I don't got time to get into all of this. There was just so much stuff. Swift XRP and Hashgraph trials. Swift began experimenting with blockchain technology as part of its the organization Swift launched trials using Ripple's XRP ledger and Hedera Hashgraph to test whether they can operate alongside conventional banking systems. At the center of the project is ISO. Look, you guys, I'm going to probably wrap it up. I think you kind of know where this is going. if you get the ISO cryptos, try not to overbuy them. If there's 6 of them, just get 3. Don't buy all 6 and load up on them and shit. Because if those ISOs become systemically important for America, the government's going to take your shit. Just don't overbuy anything. I've got Hedera, I've got XRP and XDC. I'm not buying any more ISOs. Crypto Hulk, why don't you buy fucking Algorand or Crypto? Well, I got Algorand too. But it's like, I don't want too many ISOs, because then you get fucked over if the government takes that shit, okay? So spread out your stuff. Pick like 3 of them. Pick 3 of them, maybe 4, but not all 8 or 10 or whatever. If there's 20, don't do that. That'd be the dumbest thing you can do, all right? Just get at least 4 of the ISOs and you're good to go. But for looking here, Swift is running Hedera. You know that Ripple's a partner of Hedera and Algorand. Algorand's ISO, and this article kind of goes on and on. I can't. About the author. The author's name is Kurt Robson, Robsan. Kurt, thank you very much. That was a brilliant article you wrote. For once, Crypto Hulk is talking good about the author of an article. This guy's just got brains. I don't know how else to put it. Let me read something about the author. Kurt Robson is a London-based reporter at CCN, specializing in the fast-moving worlds of crypto and emerging technology. He began his career covering local news in Cornwall after graduating from Falmouth University with first-class honors in journalism. I knew it. See what I mean? I didn't know. I didn't read this guy's biography until after the article. After that article, I'm extremely impressed. This guy has a degree, first-class honors in journalism. See, that's what I'm talking about right here. I could already tell whoever put together this article knows what the fuck they're doing. And at the end of the article, I read it, bam, journalism degree with honors. I'm impressed. I have an English degree myself. So I knew whoever was writing this thing, they know what the fuck they're doing, because I could tell reading through that article. I think I will leave this at that. I don't want to kiss up too much to this guy. So I'll leave it at that right there. Last minute comments, and then we're done. Back Aussie Mate says, what's up, legends? Bank Social. Yeah, get that Bank Social. Okay, somebody asked me. Well, I don't want to get into that. If you need assistance with cryptos, give me a call, shoot me a text. We'll set up a time, and I'll go over what Hashgraph cryptos you're probably going to want to hold on to, okay? And here's what Chris is saying. When you see XRP to $5, we'll never go back. And that's true, you guys. Look, I'm showing you right now. I just showed you for close to an hour, between screaming and cussing and yelling, that Swift and Ripple and Chainlink, there's something big getting ready to get set off. I don't know when. They claim they're testing it. Maybe they release it in 2026. I don't know. But right now, I was naming some cryptos that are kind of involved in this. All right. Axelar and XRP and HBAR and maybe some of the other HBAR cryptos that might get connected into this. You can give me a call if you're a $500 member. We could go over your hash pack, see what you got and what you should get. And some of them you might not want to have. Now it's time to be prepared, you guys. We can get your portfolio and do some magic to it. And maybe get you some funding, some special funding, because right now is the time to buy. What's going to happen is this crypto is going to take off, and it's going to get expensive, and everyone's going to be like, oh, man, I should have went to Crypto Hulk, and da-da-da, or I should have listened to him because he was going to show me how to get money. Everybody wants to wait till the end, and it's not going to happen. Then I get busy, and I can't be taking on a ton of people. So it's best to, if you're a member right now, take advantage of that $500. Let's get set up and let's get squared away before this thing takes off. We're seeing it right here. How long do you really think Swift needs to take when you got Swift, Ripple, Chainlink, Algorand, Cosmos, and we can go on. There's probably other cryptos that Ripple's hooked up with. Do they really need to take that long? No. And then you got Hedera's partners on top of that. Like, this is not going to take a long time. They are getting set up. You guys need to just be aware of this. Cheap crypto, it's not going to be here forever. People right now are like, oh, crypto's dead. Now's the time to get it. I'm going to show you how, okay? You $500 members, I'm going to show you how to get some shit done. We're going to play a little slick pool, okay? And we're going to learn how to do some stuff to get some funds to get what you need. So I think I'll call this show a wrap, and I'll see you all in my next broadcast. And that's it.